Kelsey Harkness, a visiting fellow from the Independent Women's Forum, joins us now to talk about it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Heather.
So that's a whole lot of money. Let's look at that again. Overall, $5.2 billion being spent. We can break that apart. We have Democrats $1.2 billion and Republicans $790 million. Is this what makes the difference, the amount of money spent?
Well, that's a very good question, and of course we'll have to wait until Tuesday to find out. But I think what we do know, based on President Trump's election and his decision to self-fund much of his campaign in 2016, money doesn't matter like it used to. And so when we see the massive amounts of money being poured into elections that have been nationalized, like Beto O'Rourke versus Cruz in Texas, I don't think that money is going to go as far as perhaps it did in previous elections. That said, I think when it comes to the House, money still can be a big factor. But what's unfortunate when you look at the breakdown in the numbers on the Democrat side, they're pouring into candidates like Beto O'Rourke and not these local House races, which really need them most.
And we should say that all this is coming from the Center for Responsive Politics, and it is in reference to candidates for the House and Senate and what they have combined. And one of the big discrepancies there, you can look at the numbers between Republicans and Democrats. And breaking it down, one of the things contributing to such a huge difference is the amount of money being contributed by small donors.
You're right. There are more small donors deciding to open their checkbooks for the first time in this election than before, specifically women, and specifically women voting to Democrat women. But on that front, I would note that on the Republican side, women are also opening up their checkbooks. They just don't really care whether the candidate they're going to support is a male or female. They don't care about their race, their ethnicity. They care about the policies, the issues, and they want to.
Sorry to interrupt you, but while you're talking about the women voters, we can go ahead and pull up that full screen that we had that breaks apart those numbers. There you go. So continue on that in reference to women.
Yeah, so I think on the Republican side, women care less about the gender of who they're voting for. They care about the issues. And the issue that really is on the line in these midterm elections is the economy, because the economy is working for women. We know since 2016, 3 million more women are working than they were before. We know unemployment for women is actually at a historic low since 1950. So women their lives are improving, their families are improving, and that's why I do think, despite what the media will have you believe, Trump and candidates on the Republican side are going to see a lot of support from women.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see what makes the difference 5 days from now in midterms. Thank you so much for joining us, Kelsey. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.